guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to try to answer the question that gets asked by all newcomers, by most people who've been in the business for a while, and in the privacy of their own mind, by experts that are still in the business, grinding it out. They always ask themselves, how do I sell more cars? Time management. Yeah, so this kind of goes back into the first one, which was juggling multiple high priority tasks. Time management. We're going to have a ton of videos about this, but if I can kind of wrap this up and look at it from a 30,000 foot view, a Concord level, as they would say, it's all about writing it down. I believe in writing it down. I'm old school. I use a legal pad. I use a daily planner. I also use an app called Do, D-U-E. Shout out to Do, plug, shameless plug here. I'm not, they're not sponsoring me or anything, but I'm just saying Do, D-U-E. Used to be $5.99. It might be $7.99, $7.99 per month. You can organize your life from there. I use it. It's amazing. I'll show you guys on another video exactly how it works, but organize yourself. Have a plan. Stick to the plan. Write things down. And also be mindful of how long certain tasks take you. So let's say you have to make a certain number of prospecting calls at your dealership. Let's say it's 50 calls per day. Well, time yourself. How long does a phone call take on average? Or if you have reporting in your CRM, use that. Make 10 calls. Find out how long it takes to make the call. Find out how long the average phone call is if you get a response. And start to look at that so you know exactly how long it takes you to do your phone calls. Find out how long it takes you when you have a customer on average. So if you have a customer and you sell a car, well, how long does it take? It's usually 3 hours, 4 hours, so you can kind of block out time frames throughout the course of your day and have a successful day and not just leave things up to chance. Because when we leave it up to chance and we don't have our day more or less planned out, things happen randomly and we feel like we're surrendering control of our lives at that point too, and that doesn't feel well. Take control, write things down, and stick to whatever your process is, but you have to have a daily plan. You have to have a planner. Be organized. I'm at the mercy of my daily planner. I really am. I operate based on what my planner tells me I have to do. And I find it super successful. And I never have to think about what I should be doing. It's right there in front of me. So there's pressure that comes along with that. There's pressure as to what should I be doing right now. The people that are institutionalized, as crazy as this sounds, they say there's a certain peace and solace that comes with that of not ever having the stress of wondering, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? So, I know that's kind of an extreme example, but write things down and follow whatever your blueprint is and whatever your daily planner tells you to do. Fielding false information from competitors. Understand this. If your customer really loved what your competition had to offer, in totality, they wouldn't be speaking to you. So there's something about what was offered or the lack thereof at your competitor's place of business, either over the phone or in the dealership or whatever the case may be. There's something about it that's not perfect. So there's a reason why they're speaking to you. It could be price. It could be the price was okay, but they feel less inclined to pay the money to a person at the other place, the other dealership, because they didn't like them as much. And they feel more comfortable giving the money to somebody that they like. People are not afraid to spend money. They're afraid to make a decision they're going to regret. Remember that. So it's super important to not get too overwhelmed with what's going on at the other store and just focus on what's going on in front of you, the customer that you have, and identifying if this vehicle, first off, do they like the vehicle enough to own it? Do they love it? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being perfect, how would they rate it, right? We're going to go over a lot of these word tracks that we have in other videos, but scale of 1 to 10, 10 being perfect, John, how do you rate the vehicle that we test drove? I'd give it an 8. An 8? Okay, perfect. Let me ask you this, John. What would make it a 10, right? What would make it a 10? I'm diving into the weeds. I know I'm kind of going on a rant right here, but I'm diving into the weeds and finding out what would make that vehicle perfect. If the vehicle's perfect, if it fits within their budget perfect, if they like you enough to do business with you, why not make a deal today, right? And if they like you enough and you offer enough peace of mind so they feel comfortable spending the money with you, doesn't matter what your competition says. Your competition is going to BS the customer to prevent them from buying from you. I don't get wrapped up in that. I want to find out with you, Mr. or Miss Customer, what makes a car deal today. That's all I'm concerned about. I don't care about the other guys. All I know is we're right here in front of us. You drove the vehicle. You love the vehicle. I know you want to leave in the vehicle, and it's my job to work with you. You being a fair person, I know you're fair, right? That's labeling. I'm labeling them as fair. I know you're fair, and you're going to help me help you. My job and my responsibility is to you and to make sure you leave in a new vehicle today. I don't care about the other people. So I block that shit out, to be honest with you. I really don't care. I don't care what they said over there. There's a reason why they're here in front of you or on the phone in front of you or submitting a lead to your dealership. Focus on that. Lean in on that. Don't worry about everything else that's going on out there, because that'll almost cripple you and confuse you and take your focus off of the customer, and that's where it belongs, not your competition. This is the fifth of the top 5 that we found. We're going to go over more in other videos, but I almost said vehicles. That's a Freudian slip. Number 5, recovering from bad phone calls. Recovering from bad phone calls. Recovering from bad phone calls is analogous to a baseball player recovering from striking out, a basketball player recovering from missing a shot, a football player recovering from fumbling, a track star recovering from falling down, a hockey player recovering from missing a shot on, an open net, whatever the case. You get what I'm saying? It's part of the process. It's bound to happen. If you don't want it to happen, don't do this. It's going to happen. Go into every call priming your mind that they're going to say no. And I know you've heard this before, and if you haven't, the deal doesn't even start until they say no. They're going to say no. That's okay. I let it slip right off me. It just slides off my shoulder, literally. I know they're going to say no. That's okay. And maybe they beat you up a little bit on the phone. That's also okay. It's just business. It's not personal. It's nothing against you. They don't know you. They don't know you. And yes, you're going to have phone calls that you botch, that you stumble over your words. I stumbled over my words a couple times in this video. Yeah, this is a little awkward in front of the lights, and I got the phone and the camera, the tripod, and it's hot in my apartment right now. Yeah, this is a little awkward. I'm going to fumble. I'm a human. It's okay. You're a human. It's okay. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have bad phone calls. Take a deep breath. Take a walk around the dealership, get up, stretch, whatever you have to do, and then just go at it again. If you're a baseball player and you strike out, you're not going to go up to the next at bat shivering and crippled with anxiety. No, you're going to get up there and say, I'm going to hit this ball out of the park, because you're highly trained, you're skilled, and most importantly, you're worthy. You deserve it, right? I tell all of my troops that. They deserve it. They deserve great things. Hold on to that, and it's okay. There's going to be bad phone calls. Listen, if you had a customer that you thought was a stone cold deal in your showroom and ends up not being a deal, are you going to not take another up after that? That would be career suicide. You have to take them. You got to keep going, right? If you're in a fight and you get punched, punch back. You're not just going to fall to the canvas. So the reality of it is, bad phone calls are going to happen. You're going to get a bunch of no's. That's okay. That's okay, right? Customer says they're not interested. Totally understand, John. And I knew you were going to say that. That's the exact reason why I had to call you. John's thinking, wow, this guy's nuts. He knew I was going to say no. He understands I was going to say no. And that's exactly why he called me. Okay, he's got to believe something going on in his head he believes and is important. I better listen, right? So we'll go over that in all of our phone training videos. But the reality is, bad phone calls are going to happen. It's okay. Tell yourself they're going to happen. It's just part of the math. Even the greatest hitters of all time, they bat 300, 350, whatever the case may be in baseball. They fail 7 out of 10 times. It's okay. It's baked into the success. It's part of the formula. You can't have the success without that, right? It's this big, long algorithm, formula, equation, what have you. And yes, part of the formula, it's +5, but then -2, +3, but then -1. There's some minuses in there. That's okay. Don't let it stress you out. It gets easier and easier once you start to accept that it's just part of the process. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.